Before we jump into this video, let me know in those comments down below how many of you guys have one of the current generation consoles, whether it be a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S. Let me know in those comments down below, because the first subject we're going to be talking about today is that Microsoft expects the next generation of consoles to come out in 2028. Now, we are going to tie this back to GTA 6. But in a set of court documents that were reviewed by IGN, Microsoft said the expected starting period of the next generation consoles is 2028. So this means that the next Xbox and the PlayStation 6 are set to launch 8 years after the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. And honestly, this could work out really well for Rockstar, because this is something they took advantage of when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. Remember, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out pretty much on the last leg of the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, which meant the following year they were able to re-release the game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And it really looks like they'll be able to do the same thing here. So let's just, for the sake of this video, say GTA 6 is going to come out in 2025, which it very well might just do that. That would mean that it would release for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Then the following year, or year after that, Rockstar could release the game on PC, given that they always usually delay the PC version of the game coming out. Or maybe delay is not the right word, but the consoles have that sort of exclusivity for like a year and a half to 2 years. And then in the following year after that, in 2028, which makes you feel old because that's 5 years from now, they'd be able to re-release Grand Theft Auto 6 on PlayStation 6 and Xbox, whatever they're going to call it, Series Z or Double X or whatever they're going to call it. And I know some of you guys might be saying it's kind of silly to think about that, but I guarantee you this is something that Rockstar and their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, are thinking about. Because if they release the game for this current generation of consoles, and then they're able to re-release it again, that's obviously going to mean more money for Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive. And yes, they make video games, but they are in the business of making video games, and money is what allows them to do all the things we enjoy, like Grand Theft Auto Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, etc. And speaking of Grand Theft Auto games getting a next generation update, Rockstar, if you guys remember, actually made that announcement for GTA 5 at E3 2014. It's an event that they have been to in the past, not only making announcements like that, but also way back in the day actually revealing Grand Theft Auto 4. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. Well, it looks like anything with GTA 6 is obviously not going to happen this year at E3 2023, but also now 2024 and 2025, as E3 for both of those years has been canceled according to the Los Angeles Tourism Board. So it really is sad to see the fate of E3 turn into what it has over the last couple of years. That was one of my most favorite events to go to, not only just to see people that you don't normally get to catch up with, but also experience some games that haven't come out with. And even though Rockstar typically wouldn't use a platform like E3 to make an initial announcement, at least not recently, what they have done with E3 is used it to advertise either big updates that they're doing or next generation expansions, like going from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. So it is something that they could have used, but it looks like it's something they won't be able to in 2024 and 2025, which is a little bit unfortunate all the way around. And all this talk about the next generation consoles has investors predicting that Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive are set for a massive growth cycle. So this is coming from the website Seeking Alpha. They cover stocks, they cover Wall Street, publicly traded companies, and they wrote an article on Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar Games. And this is what they had to say. I just want to read you this paragraph right here. Furthermore, I anticipate that Take-Two could make product announcements later this year regarding its future release lineup, which would very likely be Grand Theft Auto 6, potentially serving as positive catalyst for the stock. With a target of 8 billion net bookings by 2025 and 36 titles in the pipeline for fiscal 2025 throughout 2026, Take-Two may release the next installment of Grand Theft Auto during this period, which could push revenue into fiscal 2025 and 2026 above consensus expectations. The Grand Theft Auto franchise has sold more than 400 million units, with the most recent Grand Theft Auto 5 selling 180 million plus units, and Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 32.5 million copies during the first year of launch. So I estimate that the next title in the franchise could possibly sell more than 40 million copies within the first year of launch. How insane would that be? Grand Theft Auto 5 is already shattered so many records. I think it's the second biggest video game of all time in terms of units sold. And it looks like GTA 6 is set to just stomp on that completely. And it looks like Rockstar is positioning themselves in sort of the perfect storm here with the new consoles that are set to come out about 5 years from now, the game coming out probably about 2 years from now. They're putting themselves in a position where, hey, you'll be able to enjoy it on these consoles for a few years, then you can move over to PC, and then boom, 2 new consoles ready to go that we can sell more games on. And I would suspect, just like with GTA 5, those new additions are going to come with brand new cars and new story opportunities, all the sort of things you would expect kind of sort of packaged in to a DLC. So all that sounds really, really cool. And it looks like the industry experts on Wall Street are predicting that Rockstar is going to break their own record with the amount of copies that they sell within the first year. And Seeking Alpha isn't the only one that agrees. Something is on the horizon soon. Nasdaq.com, believe it or not, has even commented on Grand Theft Auto 6. They said Take-Two Interactive is expected to see a rise in sales driven by the continued expansion of Zynga's games and the much-awaited launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, likely to be released next year. So they're saying 2024. And then going on to say, looking forward, Take-Two Interactive is expected to see much faster revenue growth in the next 3 years. Driven by the expected launch of GTA 6, its predecessor has sold 180 million copies since 2013, gathering close to 8 billion thus far. The new game in the franchise is likely to surpass this figure in fewer years. So they're saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is not only going to sell more copies in fewer years, but also gather more than $8 billion. That is absolutely insane. So long story short, all of this is good news for GTA 6 fans. The fact that it looks like we're getting closer and closer than ever to the announcement, the reveal, which of course gets us to the launch of the game. And don't be shocked if it works out exactly in Rockstar's favor, releasing it on this generation of consoles and then coming up with a new edition a couple years later. Just don't expect them to make that sort of announcement over the next couple of years at E3, because it looks like that's not going to be happening. But anyways, I would love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today. I would absolutely love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.